Erev Tov Rabotai, we are continuing with our Mishna Yomi, Masechet Ketubot. We are up to Perek Yudbet, Mishnah Dalid. Today's Mishnayot should be Leilu Nishmat, Neria ben Svetlana, Alayev, Eliyahu ben Burcha Yisraelov, and Chana ben Miriam, Menuchatam began Eden, Amen. And Avdir ben Chaim lechaim for the Refuah Shenemav Daniel Shalom ben Rosa, V'tor Shah Cholei Yisrael. The Mishnah cites a dispute about how long a widow has after her husband's death to claim her Ketubah. Kol zman shi bevet avia, when she is living in her father's house and the husband's heirs support her there, Gova Ketubata leolam, she may collect her Ketubah whenever she wants. Kol zman shi bebet baala, when she is living in her husband's house, Gova Ketubata de 25 shanim, she may collect her Ketubah only up to 25 years after her husband's death. Sheesh be-25 shanim shedaseh tova keneged Ketubata, because there are enough opportunities in 25 years for her to do good deeds using money that equals the value of her Ketubah. When living in the house of her deceased husband, a widow is likely to use money or property from his estate to do good deeds, such as giving bread and salt to neighbors. Over the course of 25 years, the total amount she takes is likely to reach the value of her Ketubah. Therefore, in effect, she has already received her Ketubah by the end of this period and may no longer claim it. If, however, she was living in her father's house, she would not have had access to her husband's estate, and she would have not spent any of it on good deeds. She may therefore claim the Ketubah indefinitely. Divrei Bimeir Shamar Mishum Rabban Shimon ben Gamliel. These are the words of Rabbi Meir that he stated in the name of Rabban Shimon ben Gamliel. The next time it takes the opposite approach. V'chachamim omrim, but the sages say, Kol zman she bebet ba'ala, when she's living in her husband's house, Gova Ketubata leolam, she may collect her Ketubah whenever she wants. According to the sages, the heirs do not mind if the widow spends their money on doing small favors for people. To the contrary, they are happy that she does so, and they allow her to take the money without considering it part of the Ketubah payment. Kol zman she bebet avia, but when she is living in her father's house, Gova Ketubata de 25 shanim, she may collect her Ketubah only up to 25 years after her husband's death. Because if she does not demand payment within that period, she has presumably waived her rights to it. This assumption, however, does not apply to a widow living in her husband's house, because the heirs who live there treat her with respect, which makes her feel awkward to ask for her Ketubah. Her silence therefore proves nothing, and she may collect her Ketubah indefinitely. Meta, if she died before collecting her Ketubah, Yoshea Maskrin Ketubata de 25 shanim, her heirs must mention her Ketubah within 25 years of her death. If they do not do so, they cannot demand it later because they have presumably waived their rights to it. And that is the Rabotai of Perek Yudbet Mishnah Dalid. We continue now with Perek Yud Gimel Mishnah Aleph. This chapter cites a number of rulings that were issued by two of the greatest judges in Yerushalayim, Admon and Hanan ben Avishalom. These rulings appear here because four of them relate to the primary topics of our Masechet. Shnei Dayanei Gezerot Hayu b'Yerushalayim. There were two judges of decrees in Yerushalayim, Admon and Hanan ben Avishalom. Admon and Hanan ben Avishalom. Admon and Hanan ben Avishalom were members of a special court that had the authority to issue decrees that imposed fine on thieves. Therefore, they were known as judges of decrees. The version of the Mishnah, however, used by Rav reads, Dayanei Gezerot, judges of robberies. Hanan Omer Shnei Dvarim. Hanan issued two rulings that the sages disputed. Admon Omer Shiva, and Admon issued 7 rulings that the sages disputed. Hanan's 2 rulings are cited in Mishnah 1 and 2, and Admon's 7 rulings appear in Mishnayot 3 through 9. The Mishnah states the first of Hanan's rulings and the opinion of those who disagreed with him. Mi shalach lemidinat hayam, if someone went overseas, vishto tovat mizonot, and in his absence his wife demands that the court provide her with support from his property. A husband is responsible to provide his wife with food, clothing, and other basic needs even while he is away. If need be, his wife can go to court and demand that his property be sold with the proceeds to be used for her support. Hanan says, Tishava besov v'tishava betchila. She swears only at the end, meaning after her husband's death, when she comes to collect her Ketubah payment, and she does not have to swear at the beginning when demanding support during his lifetime. If it is reported that her husband has died and she claims her Ketubah payment, she must first take an oath that she has nothing in her possession that belongs to him. When she demands support, however, she is not required to take this oath. Rather, the court immediately provides her with support from the husband's property. And actually, it's probable that the husband did leave his wife with money to support herself while he is away. Nevertheless, Hanan holds that there is no need for her to swear now because she will anyway have to swear later before collecting her ketubah. When taking that oath, she can also be made to swear that her husband did not give her any money before he left. If we then discover that he did leave her money, we can simply subtract that amount from her ketubah payment. Nechleku alav b'nei kohanim gedolim ve'amru. However, the sons of the kohanim gedolim disagreed with Hanan and said, "Tishavat batchila u'basof." She swears both at the beginning when seeking support during his lifetime and at the end when she collects her ketubah after his death. According to the sons of the kohanim gedolim, we must consider the possibility that she will die before her husband and not collect her ketubah. If that happens, she will never swear that her husband did not leave her money, and the court will have improperly provided her with the support from the husband's property. Therefore, she must also swear before she receives support. Other Tanaim took sides in this debate. Amar Rabbi Dosa ben Okinas kidivrehem. Rabbi Dosa ben Okinas ruled in agreement with the opinion of the sons of the Kohanim Gedolim. Amar Rabban Yochanan ben Zakkai, but Rabban Yochanan ben Zakkai said, Yafa Amar Hanan, Hanan spoke well. Lo tishava lebasof. She swears only at the end when collecting her ketubah, and now when collecting support. And the Rav Dosa tells us, V'alacha kmoto. The Halacha follows the opinion of Rabban Yochanan ben Zakkai.